So this topic is about the photosynthetic pigments. So first we define what is photosynthesis. Basically photosynthesis are the plants are expert at capturing the light energy and using it to make the sugar through a process called the photosynthesis. Now we define what is the pigments. Basically the process of photosynthesis began with the absorption of light by specialized organic molecule which we call the pigments. So the pigments required for the photosynthesis, for example, as we discussed in the first chapter, that the chlorophyll A is the core pigment that absorbs the sunlight from light dependent photosynthesis. The accessory pigments such as the chlorophyll B, carotenoids, and other ophiles and anthocyanins lead a hand to chlorophyll A molecule by absorbing broader spectrum of the light waves. So there is the role of chlorophyll in the photosynthesis. For example, all the light dependent stages and in the light independent stages, these make a precious role for the photosynthesis process. So what is the structure of the chlorophyll A? Basically, a chlorophyll molecule include a hydrophobic, which is the water-bearing tail that insert into the thylakoid membrane, and a propylene ring head, a circular group of atoms surrounding a magnesium ion that absorb the light. There is some accessory pigments of the photosynthesis. For example, the use of the accessory pigments allow a broader range of wavelengths to be absorbed, and thus more energy to be captured from the sunlight. For example, the chlorophyll B. The chlorophyll B transmits the green light and mainly absorbs the blue and the red light. It captures the light energy from the sun and hands it over to the chlorophyll A pigment. Now we define the carotenoids. Carotenoids are another key group of the pigments that absorb the violet and blue-green lights. These are found in the red of tomatoes, which we call the lycopenes, the yellow of corn seeds like the xanthathyline, or the orange of a orange peel like the beta-carotenes. This is an example of the carotenoids pigments in these fruits or the plants. What is xanthophyls? Xanthophyle pigments pass along light energy to chlorophyll A and act as a antioxidants. These pigments also protect plant against the photo damage. These pigments produce the yellow color in fall leaves. Anthocyanin. Anthocyanin pigments absorb the blue-green light and add a chlorophyll A. Apples and autumn leaves owe their vibrancy to reddish-violet anthocyanin compounds. Now what is the antenna pigments? Basically photosynthetic pigments like chlorophyll B and carotenoid bonds with the protein to form a tightly packed antenna-like structure to capture the incoming photons. Antenna pigments absorb the radiant energy. These pigments pump the photon into the reaction center during the photosynthesis. So now the question is, what are these photosynthetic pigments found, or where are these photosynthetic pigments found? So the chlorophyll basically present are located in the chloroplast. All the carotenoids are located in chloroplast. Anthocyanin are located in cell vacuoles, and xanthophyls are located in the chloroplast. So now the question is, how do these pigments work in photosynthesis? Basically, chlorophyll are green substances in producing that trap light energy from the sun, which is then used to combine the carbon dioxide and water into sugar in the presence of the photosynthesis. Chlorophyll is the primary pigment of the photosynthesis, trapping the light energy and emitting the high-energy electrons into the two photosystem, photosystem 680 and photosystem 700. Chlorophyll B is the accessory pigment passing the trapped energy into chlorophyll A. There is some accessory pigments help the plant to absorb the additional light. For example, the more pigments equal to the more food and the glucose. So this is all about the photosynthetic pigments and their function for the production of the food.